guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very sad day. It is the final day of Vlogmas and the final day of my first season of Vlogmas on my channel. So we kind of wanted to wrap this up just with like a cozy little video. We're here sipping our hot chocolate we just made, which the recipe for that you will have already seen if you've gotten to this point. Super good, very good, you have to try it. We're just gonna sit in front of the tree and answer some questions about like our favorite things about Christmas. And we'll just kind of have a little Q&A and that'll be our little Vlogmas wrap up. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the questions.
All right, so the first one is, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
You go first on this one.
Well, it's The Grinch. It's The Grinch, yeah.
Yeah, I do really like The Grinch. I also like The Polar Express and
Polar Express, Elf.
Oh yes, Elf. Yeah, actually Elf might come before Polar Express. I really like Elf.
Yeah,
but I guess it depends what kind of mood I'm in. Like the Polar Express is so like magical and like
Elf is
truly
just like
Christmassy.
comedy.
Yeah, whereas Elf is like funny.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends the mood I'm in, but
Definitely a top three for sure though.
And then one other movie that I just really like just because of the tradition with my family is It's a Wonderful Life, because growing up we would watch that just about every Christmas season. It's one of my mom's favorite, if not her favorite Christmas movie, so we always watch that, and I always thought that was a good one just because it has a really good underlying meaning to it. It's kind of like a warm fuzzy, well, it gets kind of dark, but it's meant to be like more of a warm fuzzy inspirational kind of movie. So those are my favorites. Go ahead.
And second question, favorite Christmas tradition?
Do you have any traditions?
I don't have any traditions. Well, we do,
Yeah.
but we don't. My sister's birthday is December 24th. So a lot of the times, like every year that I remember, we always had like a birthday party for her, and then we do like, I don't know, we play games, it was like have dinner and stuff like that, and that's kind of what we did and have been doing every year since I remember. Other than that, don't really have any like traditions. Although like where I'm from, there's like this street where all the houses get together and all the neighbors like go all in and decorate as much as they possibly can, and so like the whole community comes in and like walk through the streets, and the music is playing and everything else. So that's actually kind of cool, and that's what we did a lot for as long as I can remember as well too. So
yeah, we were supposed to go last year, but we didn't make it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, other than that, there's a bunch of birthdays in December, so we kind of don't want to take the spotlight off of each individual. So I don't know, it's fun though.
Yeah, it is fun. I'm excited for that this year. That was fun last year. My family, I guess probably my favorite tradition that we always did growing up was every Christmas Eve, well, if we stayed home, if we didn't travel for Christmas, which we did every other year, if we stayed home on Christmas Eve, we would have what we called a snacky supper. So we would have like appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, and like junk food kind of for dinner, and then we would either watch a Christmas movie or watch old home videos that we had, because we had a lot of home videos growing up. My parents are very big into like, I guess the original vlogging and recording a lot of our lives like just through
on the tape recorder.
Yeah, on like the camcorder tape recorder. That was just
Is
sound.
it?
But yeah, the camcorder. And we would watch those back and just like pick our favorites, or we just watch a whole bunch of them. So that was always really fun, getting to eat a bunch of junk food and watch Christmas movies.
Next one. Favorite Christmas food and or drink, or both?
Oh, I don't know.
Eggnog. It's definitely my favorite Christmas drink.
I don't know. I guess. Well, okay. Growing up, this isn't necessarily a Christmas food, but it was a food that I only really ever had around Christmas time, for the most part. was like Oreo truffles, where it's like crush up Oreos, cream cheese, and you make them into balls and dip them in chocolate. That was like always my favorite like Christmas food, I guess. Christmas dessert. I don't know that I have like a favorite. I feel like Thanksgiving food and Christmas food are pretty similar.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin
maybe,
pie.
like, stuff like that.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite thing.
I mean, ham. Although I'm not like
Yeah.
super keen on ham, honestly. But
Yeah. Okay, next question. We kind of touched on this in the last one briefly, but eggnog, yes or no?
yeah. I like
I
eggnog.
have always thought that eggnog tastes like bubblegum and pine needles. So I don't know. I did taste some of yours because I hadn't had eggnog in probably like 10 years. And I had some of his, he brought his to Thanksgiving, and I didn't mind it. It's just, ugh. It's eggs, like egg whites. It's made out of eggs. Like, that's so gross. It's like thick.
Tastes better when there's a little alcoholic beverage inside of it.
Or coffee. You put in your coffee.
True,
That
that's
was
true,
out.
yeah.
Actually, that was super good. But I think one of the videos, you guys will have already seen this, that we're doing is tasting like Christmas treats, and we're gonna get, it's where we get like a bunch of different like Christmas themed snacks and treats and stuff, and there will be different flavors of eggnog involved. If you haven't watched that yet, go watch it. Next question. Favorite Christmas song?
You go first.
Mine is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I've always loved that song. I think it's so sweet and so like traditional, like it's been around forever. And I just love it. It's so cute. I love that song.
Yeah, I like all traditional Christmas songs, but I really like Pentatonic's version of "I'll Be Home for Christmas." Probably more because I'm out of state, and I will actually be home for Christmas when I go home and fly to California and spend the holidays with my family. So that's probably why. But
I
every
love that song, yeah.
and every song from Pentatonics is amazing. So
I also really like just like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby,
yeah.
like all those old like Nat King
Definitely.
Cole. I grew up listening to a lot of that like classic music. I don't really like a lot of the modern, like I like Pentatonics, but I don't like a lot of them, even the modern like remixes. I just
mean,
love like the classic.
like Mariah
classic
Carey
ones.
does good ones, and Kelly Clarkson, and
Just not the same.
well, I know, but those are decent remakes.
Yeah. I also grew up listening to a lot of Kenny G, like jazz, like saxophone, jazz, Christmas music. Whenever we were decorating for Christmas, we'd always have that playing. And so I like that kind of like instrumental Christmas music too. I think that's really nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, next one.
Are you okay with decorating before Thanksgiving?
Yes. I did. I decorate. I mean, Thanksgiving is pretty late this year, but just with Vlogmas and everything coming up, I wanted to get the tree up early. But also, like, it's not even me. It's the retail industry that's pushing me to do it. They have like Christmas stuff out in October,
True,
so it's like
true.
I'm not gonna resist when it's just begging me to put my Christmas lights up.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay. November, December kind of blends in together. It's like the holidays, so I guess you can start, and like you can't really decorate for Thanksgiving without decorating for Christmas.
Yeah.
Although you can decorate for the fall, but like that's like
Right.
Halloween.
Yeah, I don't buy decorations for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. To me, also, like, December 1st through December 25th is not long enough to put that much
No.
work into, like, I mean, I personally don't put all that much work into it. I really just put up a tree because I don't have a house I rent right now. But to me, it's like, if you're going to put all this work into decorating and making your house look super beautiful, why not, like, keep it up as long as you can, you know?
Yeah.
So-
But yeah, normally it's like the day after Thanksgiving is when we normally start to
Yeah,
decorate.
growing up,
Put
that
up
was
Christmas
when...
lights and stuff like that.
Yeah, we were the same way. We always decorated like the weekend after Thanksgiving, and like sometimes we would, depending whether we were home or visiting family. If we were visiting my mom's family, we would always go and cut down the Christmas tree for my grandparents and like my aunt and uncle and stuff. They'd all go pick their tree and cut it down on Black Friday, and that was like always a tradition that we would do. So growing up, I never put it up, but I feel like now it's becoming such a bigger thing to put it up early. Like growing up,
Yeah.
I don't think very many people put it up until after Thanksgiving. But now with like the retail industry, I feel like stuff goes up so much earlier now,
That's
and I don't
true.
know why, but
That's true. It just saves on time too.
yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah. So that's my opinion. We're kind of on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Frog? Yeah, we're on the same page.
What?
Have you seen that commercial?
No. What? Be honest. Do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts better?
I like giving gifts a lot better. I don't really care to receive gifts, and I don't really know what I like, or like I do know what I like, but I don't know like when someone asks me what I want.
I know, that's true.
It's hard for me to say like what I want. If I need something, I tend to get it myself. I don't know.
Yeah, I do, now that I'm an adult, I like giving gifts a lot better than receiving them. I still like receiving gifts, especially when they're like really thoughtful. But I will say, I like giving gifts when I like have a really good idea and like can like execute it. But when I like don't have a good idea for a gift, it stresses me out so much. I get so stressed out about it. And then sometimes I like work myself up so it's not even fun giving it anymore unless I come up with a really good idea. But then like I'm also the person that I like get so excited over the gifts, you know, when I have a good idea that like I don't want to wait. Like your birthday
That's
gifts,
true.
I usually give to you early, I feel like, because I'm like, do you want it now? Do you want it now? You know now? Speaking of, I have the rest of your gift, but we can wait.
We can wait.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
His birthday is December 21st. I don't think we mentioned that specifically. So his is pretty close to Christmas. I'm actually going to be flying to California on his birthday really early in the morning, so I won't really see him on his birthday. So
I'm going later.
yeah, he's going like the next day. So anyway, next question. What is your most memorable gift that you've ever received?
The most memorable gifts I've ever gotten was, I think it was from Santa, or no, it was from my parents actually. It was the original Xbox, and my brother and I got it together as a like just the same gift. But yeah, that was like the best thing that could possibly happen. I got all like emotional, and I was emotional.
He cried.
I was a very emotional kid when I was younger.
Aww.
So I was just so excited and like started tearing up. And also I had a friend that like for some reason he knew that he knew what I was getting, and so he always hinted like, yeah, like I know what you're getting, like you're gonna love it, whatever. So he like totally hyped it up for like weeks on end. And so yeah, so by the time we opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. It's like, yeah, so it was pretty cool. And we had that for a long time too. And I mean, now we're not really like super into video games, which is really funny, but yeah, that was like awesome.
Yeah.
And also a scooter, my first scooter that Santa got us too. Yeah.
Scooter.
That was awesome.
That was like a Razor scooter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one of those too. I remember that was super cool. I forgot about that. Mine was just really cool, like black light purple color. Like it looked like the color of like a black light. It was like this really like cool, like purpley color with like neon green wheels. It was like the coolest looking, like
Glowed
all
in the
my,
dark.
like my older brothers had one, all their friends had them. So like I was like one of the last ones to get one, but mine was like so cool looking. But I remember, do you ever hit the back of your ankle with it? Like when it swung around?
The back of my ankle, the side of my ankle.
Oh, it hurt
everything.
so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
We always did tricks on it too, which we got pretty good at actually.
I never did tricks. I just
smash your shins and everything else was
Ow.
fantastic.
Yeah. When you said you were like, oh, this is what I always wanted. We have a lot of video footage when I was a kid. When I was little, like probably like 6, 7, 8-ish, and my parents would always record us opening our gifts. And for so many of mine, I'd open it, I'd be like, it's what I always wanted. And then I'd be like, what is it? Like
An avocado.
An avocado.
Thanks.
Yeah, so funny. My most memorable gift was probably just like the one that I was probably like most excited about was I got this like, not life size, but like this huge Barbie house. I was very into Barbies.
Yeah, me too.
growing up, and I was the only girl in my family, so it was like a big deal when I got these like girly gifts. And I got this like giant Barbie house, and it was not to scale. Like the Barbie was like probably like a third of the size of the house, but whatever. And so it like opened up and had like a bed, like bedroom, kitchen, and then had like a second story. And I just remember thinking, probably because it was so big, it was like a really cool gift, and I was like super excited to get it. Yeah, that was probably my most memorable one. Oh, this is giving me the hiccups. Okay, next question. Real or fake tree? For us growing up, it depended if we were traveling or if we were staying in town for Christmas. So like I said, we traveled every other year to see family for Christmas. So if we traveled, we would put up our fake tree, or trees. I think we had 2 trees.
Yeah.
We'd have our normal tree upstairs and then our kids' tree downstairs. You can imagine what that means. It's the one downstairs is always tacky, like colorful everything. And then if we were staying home for Christmas, we would get a real tree. Now I just have a fake tree because I'm not allowed to have real trees in my complex, but I would love to have a real tree. My dad usually gets a real tree if he puts one up, although this year he's coming to California with us, so he probably won't get a real tree this year. But in the past, since he's been in his house, he has gotten real trees, which I love. So I guess it just depends. I would love to get a real tree, but I also love the flocked look of this tree. I got this at Walmart. It was super affordable. I think it was like $79. So I just like the flocked look. I know you can flock a tree yourself, but like this has super heavy flocking, which I really like. So I do love this Christmas tree, but I think it'd be nice to have the option to have a real tree, especially if you want to put up multiple trees. You can do like a real tree and then put your artificial one somewhere else. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, growing up, we've always had a real tree. Up until the last couple of years, my parents actually bought a fake tree, which is more convenient now. It's less messy, but I would prefer a real tree. I probably won't ever get a real tree just because it's just so messy. But like my best memories are going out. Like my family always went out, and like we were like me and my brother were like always ran around just to try to find like the best and the biggest tree. And I don't know, like that was like the best part about like getting a real tree.
That was fun.
And still to this day, that's like one of the reasons why I would get one. But and the smell, of course, like a real tree smell is like the best.
And when you like vacuum up the needles, it like makes it even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah. All right, next question. Do you open gifts before Christmas? Like, do you open one on Christmas Eve?
Never.
We always got to open one gift on Christmas Eve. We got to pick one. I would always pick like a smaller gift because I wanted to save like the big ones for Christmas Day. But we always, well, I shouldn't say always, because sometimes depending on like whether you're traveling or not, we had a lot of Christmases because I have a blended family. So my biological mom's family, my stepmom's family, my dad's family, and you know, we like would have so many Christmases. So some years we would have like 5 Christmases, just going to see like all the different sets of family and then having our own family Christmas. So I guess technically, yes, we probably did sometimes depending on when all the Christmases fell, but traditionally, like as like a whole, we would get to pick one gift to open on Christmas Eve, and then the rest we had to save for Christmas Day.
yeah, I never opened the gifts before Christmas. Not that I remember, at least.
Yeah.
A couple of reasons. One, like I said earlier, like on the 24th is my sister's birthday, so like that's what we did. We always celebrated her birthday or had a joint birthday party for either myself and her or whomever. But also because we have a huge family, and so if everyone opened one gift, it'd be like a second Christmas all over again.
Yeah.
So
for those that don't know, Jonathan is one of 8 kids in his family, and he has 14, soon to be 15 nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Combined, not nieces and nephews, but
well, 8 kids plus their significant other.
Plus their significant, yes. Plus they're all married. Well,
and my
except
parents.
one, but yeah.
So big family.
Big family. So Christmas, like, if I can find it, I should insert footage. If not, go and watch my video from last Christmas. Titled, what is it titled? I'll try to link it for you guys. It's when they gifted.
The Christmas song.
Yes,
yeah.
So Jonathan and his brother own a music studio, and them together with their sister Annalise wrote and recorded a Christmas song, an original Christmas song, and they gifted it to their parents on Christmas Day. And we recorded everything and their reaction and everything. It was so sweet. And then the whole song plays throughout the video so you guys can hear it. So I will try to link that video so you guys can see it. But you can kind of see how crazy it gets
it's
in
fun,
that video.
though.
It was so fun. Yeah. And that last year was my first year experiencing it. Very excited to experience it again this year. Really fun.
That's why Christmas only comes once a year, unfortunately.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, next question. What is your favorite part about Christmas?
Just the whole like aspect and feeling of Christmas. I'm a December baby, so I love like the holidays. I love Christmas. I just like love the smells and I love the songs and of course like all the Christmas movies and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've always obviously lived with my parents up until I moved out of state. So like nowadays, the best part is like literally going home. So
yeah,
that's probably the best part. That's like the most memorable now. So
yeah, I just like the mood everybody's in. Like everybody's so festive and like the traditions that fall around it, and that everybody is just like celebrating the same thing, you know, not necessarily celebrating the same thing. I mean, there are different people that believe different things, but just that everyone is like accepting of the holiday season and mostly, I guess, just the traditions that kind of fall around
That's
it.
true. There's always something going on.
Yeah, like activities and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like decorate, you know, it's just like, it's like this whole like section of year that like, there's just so much going on.
Exactly.
I feel like it's the easiest way to describe it.
So.
Next one. Do you have a favorite holiday candle scent?
Just like, what was it? Just like the pine needle scent.
Yeah.
And like cinnamon.
Pine needles.
And like.
Yeah.
That's
like
it.
fresh balsam. Yeah,
Sure.
it's a good one.
Sure.
I also like Marshmallow Fireside from Bath and Body Works. That's a favorite. That's like fall and winter though.
That's true.
It's not necessarily like Christmas.
Get
But
the
then
smoke
yeah,
in.
like the fresh balsam is good, or any like winter green tree scent. What was the other one that I was just thinking of? Oh, flannel from Bath and Body
flannel's
Works
good.
is really good.
Yeah.
If you like the smell of like cologne, like a cologne scent candle, flannel is really good. What's another good one? Oh, there's a Yankee Candle one. There's two from Yankee Candle that are really good. One is, I think it's called Winter Cashmere. Is that the one maybe you have? Something like that. Something blue cashmere. It's a blue candle, it's something
I don't think
cashmere.
it's winter, but
Is it?
I don't know. I don't even know what that.
Warm
I just lighted it
cashmere?
up.
I don't know. Something cashmere, and it's a blue candle. It smells really good, like warm and like perfumey, but like, I don't know, like comforting, like homey. And then the other one is aromatic citrus and evergreen, I think is what it's called, from Yankee Candle. I should have looked this up. I literally just had those out yesterday. That one is like a mix of like spices and pine tree and like a little bit of citrus in there, and it just smells so good. And like that smells like, that's like the epitome of like holiday scent for me, is that like aromatic citrus and evergreen. It smells so good.
Let's go light it.
Yeah. Okay, last question. Maybe we'll see if anything else comes up. Did you ever find your presents and open them early and then rewrap them?
No.
You neither?
No.
I was too scared.
Yeah, I always felt bad.
Yeah.
I never really wanted to do that. I never really had an interest in it either.
I didn't really either. I was really liked the surprise of like waiting till Christmas morning. I like the anticipation of things like that, like knowing like when it's gonna happen. Also, obviously my parents always threatened like, you can look for your presents, but they'll get returned if you find them ahead of time. So I think we were all just too scared to
be grounded.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
My parents, like, one thing that we, like, kind of learned, like, figured out as adults, or not really figured out, but talked about, was my parents always told us, like, we hide your presents in the house. We never knew where they had hid our presents. And they're like, nope, they're in the house. And we're like, no, they can't be. Like, we would know, we would find them. Like, there's no place to hide them. And they were like, no, like, we hide them in the house. And we're like, no, you have to have them at work or, like, in your car or something. Like, there's no way. And so anyway, when we sold that house and moved out, my mom was like, well, do you guys want to know where we hid your presents? And we're like, oh yeah. And she's like, it was literally in the cupboard in the laundry room. Like, you guys could have easily gone and found them.
course
I
you
mean,
don't do
they
your
were
own
locked,
laundry,
I guess. No, we did, but they were like off on like the side with a bunch of built-in cabinets. It was a huge laundry room. I mean, the laundry room is massive, but it was locked, so we wouldn't have been able to get in anyway. But like, none of us ever thought to go look,
No.
and I kind of wonder if she was like bummed about it. Like, she wished like one of us would have found them or
Found
something.
out. It's like, dang, it's
We
way
never
too
did
good.
though, and we were in that house for like had to have been 10 years. Maybe not that long, but close to it.
Mhm.
And yeah, we never found out.
Good.
All right. I think that's all I had. Anything else you can think of? I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could
No.
talk about.
But just like memorable moments of like Christmas in general. Actually, a few things that I used to do. So my mom, a long time ago, this is when I lived in Thousand Oaks, so I had to been like 5 or 6 years old, or even less. I don't know. But a long time ago, my mom used to like create like this whole like winter neighborhood with like these little ceramic houses.
Oh yeah,
and-
a snow village.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So and then she always had like real candles inside of them, and like every night before I go to bed, I usually just like sit down and like put my head in my arm, just like stare and like gaze into it, just like trying to imagine myself like in the little warmth of the houses and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
So that was cool.
my mom did that too. She would it's kind of the same way. Some years she'd do it like super extravagant, put everything out, and then some years she didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were so cute, all the little buildings and the little people, and she'd put like fake snow all over, and so it looked
Yeah.
like there was snow
Or
everywhere.
just like little like pulled like cotton
Yeah.
stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
it
and
was.
then like at night we would just turn the lights on, and that is actually one of my favorite things to do around the holidays is just to turn off all the lights and just have the Christmas tree on,
Yeah,
which is pretty
same.
much what we have right now,
Mhm.
and just sit there and like sit on the couch and just with no music, maybe having some Christmas music playing, but just like quiet and like just sitting and looking at the Christmas lights is like my favorite.
So calming. So
It is.
nice.
Oh, nice.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. Well,
Mm.
I think that's all we have for you guys. So,
Let's wrap it up.
Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of the week celebrating. I hope you guys enjoyed Vlogmas. Very sad that this is ending, but this is a fun ride. I think it was super fun. So I just did the 12 days of Vlogmas on my channel. I have a full-time job, so it would have been a lot to do every day, but wanted to get as much content up for you guys as I could, so did 12 days. So if you have not caught up, definitely go back and watch all those videos. We hope you guys have a very blessed and Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys next time. Bye,
And
guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.